Hi, I'm Andrew Schooler, and in this segment of Skincare TV, I want to talk about skincare myths, and there's lots of them out there. Many of you have probably heard that you need to use hot water on your skin to open up the pores and then cold water to close the pores. Well, it's not entirely true that you need to do that at all. In fact, it's not a good idea. The pores are going to be the same size that you're born with. You always will have a certain size pore, but if there's a lot of sebum from your sebaceous gland sticking in the pore, it may look bigger. Now, using hot water to basically dilate the skin, to soften the skin, doesn't do anything to that sebum which is stuck in the pore. Does that mean that you got to lean over a sink and all the stuff falls out of your pores? That ain't going to happen. So using hot water, all it's going to do is strip your skin of its natural lipid barrier. The stuff that comes from your sebaceous glands is supposed to coat the skin. It's essential for the way the skin functions. Stripping it off your skin, not a good idea, because your skin will just produce a whole lot more, whether you like it or not. Using cool water is always a good idea all the time. It doesn't close the pores. You never ever want your pores closed. They need to be open. They need to function properly. So always use cool water, use gentle cleansers, use non-detergent cleansers, and your skin will be a whole lot better. A second point is that oil is evil. Oil, which everybody calls the stuff that comes out of our pores, comes from the sebaceous gland. It's actually not an oil, it's a fat. It's supposed to cover the skin. That's the way that your skin works. When I say that it's not an oil, think of oil like olive oil, right? And it's kind of runny. If you were to squeeze a pore and get some stuff coming out of it, it doesn't all run down your face like oil, does it? No, it's thick stuff. It's like butter. Butter is a fat, okay? So that is what we have coming out of our pores. So anything that says it's oil-free or it strips the oil off your skin, all that stuff is nonsense, not necessary, and basically you shouldn't actually concern yourself with it. Just leave your natural moisturizer where it is. Do not use detergent cleansers, do not use hot water, and do not put moisturizer where you already have your own natural moisturizer, which is the stuff that comes out of your pores. The other urban myth that I want to talk about is that more is better. So if 2.5% of benzoyl peroxide has been tested to be antibacterial, marketing companies will say, well, let's put in 5% or let's put in 10%. Okay, that is very irritating and very drying on the skin. It's not a good idea. 2.5% is scientifically proven to provide a result. That's all that we need to do is keep to the scientific facts. Another important skincare myth is Resveratrol. Resveratrol comes from red wine. It also comes from a Japanese knotweed. It's an antioxidant. And of course, there was some hype about it extending the life of mice. Well, it was never proven to extend the life of mice. Basically, in 2003, it was shown to extend the life of a yeast cell, which is a single cellular organism. It has never been shown to extend or have any anti-aging effects on the skin. So all the hype around resveratrol is nonsense. Basically, it's just an antioxidant, and it's fine if you just treat it as an antioxidant. Another myth is no pain, no gain. If it doesn't sting, if it doesn't tingle, it's not working, and therefore it can't be doing anything. Well, your skin doesn't work that way. Basically, the more you irritate the skin, the more you're weakening it. More irritation or inflammation increases the potential for aging of the skin. So don't do that. It's not a good idea. In terms of exfoliants like alpha hydroxy acids, you need to use the right pH for your skin, the right percentage for your skin, and the right frequency for your skin. It doesn't mean you just use the strongest one as often as possible and to heck with it. You'll end up with very, very irritated and kind of damaged skin. The sixth skincare myth I want to talk about is that honey is antibacterial. Well, honey is not antibacterial. No bacteria grows in honey because honey is saturated fructose and glucose. There's very little water in honey. Bacteria need water to grow. So where there's no water, bacteria don't grow. But if you were to take honey and smear it on your skin, it doesn't mean that it kills the bacteria on your skin. Honey is not antibacterial. Honey just doesn't allow bacteria to grow within it. Honey is also a lower pH than your skin, so it can be kind of irritating if you just put it on your skin and you have a sensitive skin, because the pH of honey is normally about 3.4, which is quite a bit lower than the pH of your skin. Another skincare myth is that you can get products which are chemical-free. Well, this is ridiculous because everything on this planet is a chemical except light and electricity. Water is a chemical. Oxygen is a chemical. We're made up of millions of chemicals. So there is no such thing as a chemical-free product. Please ignore that stupid marketing message. It's not going to be effective. The 8th skincare myth I want to talk about is that the skin absorbs everything. So whatever you put on the skin is going to be absorbed. Now, on one side of the spectrum, you get the industry saying that their latest creams are going to eliminate all your wrinkles and change your skin and make you look 20 years younger. Well, guess what? We've been trying that for decades and we're still trying to look 20 years younger, so that doesn't work. The other side of the spectrum are the people who say that whatever you put on your skin gets absorbed and it's going to kill you. Well, that's not true. If it was true, just think of it this way. You could take, instead of taking a headache capsule, you actually just crush it up, put it in your moisturizer and slather it on your face. Will it be as effective? No. And you wouldn't do that with your blood pressure pills, would you? No. You wouldn't do it with your multivitamins. All the things that you ingest are going to have a better effect than if you put it on the skin. It's also important to understand that the molecule size will determine if something can penetrate the skin. And basically, most molecules that are in skincare products are large. They will not penetrate the skin. The other aspect is, just think of it this way, motor mechanics should actually die very young because they have their hands covered in synthetic oil and grease all day long. So if it really did absorb everything, they should be dead after a very short period of time of their work. So don't panic about anything being absorbed on your skin. Keep your skin strong and healthy, and it will keep stuff out. That's what it's designed to do. Finally, the 9th skincare myth I want to talk about is that the prescription strength vitamin A is a good spot treatment. So I'm talking about tretinoin, adapalene, or tazarotene. These were developed for strengthening pore walls, so it would help prevent cystic acne from occurring, because the stronger the pore walls, the less likely they are to burst and create a cyst under the skin. However, they're not antibacterial, so putting it on a blemish does not take away the blemish. All it does is irritate the skin a bit more and increase levels of dryness, both of which are not good for blemishes. So those kinds of products are not spot treatments. If you want something which is an antibacterial good spot treatment, try a colloidal sulfur, like the product Clear It. It's great for pimples and blemishes. Thank you so much.